Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Flat World. I thought I would do just a little update video on this because there's been some big changes to the Flat World here due to, as I mentioned last week, due to the block lag issues, really bad block lag issues I was having. I apologize if there's any background noises. I got my window open because it's really just a gorgeous day here in Texas. And so it's really nice, and kind of wanted some fresh air, coming into the system. Had the F1 on because I was taking a screenshot earlier. We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, so block lag. The issue with as you can see, things look a lot different. This whole big structure, the power generation structure is gone. The power cores are gone. That's because I got rid of advanced machinery. I determined, after doing some investigation, determined that the advanced machinery was really causing 99.9% of the block lag. So I just got rid of it. The only thing I was really using it for was the farming, of course. That was an issue. But I was also doing the soul sand production line there. So that's gone. So that means the soul sand production is really don't have that anymore, and that means the ender pearls and the these items right here, the ender pearls, the glowstone, and the gas tiers. I won't be generating those, but honestly, it's not a big deal because I've got, as you can see, a nice backlog on it. Plus, I've got both the I've got the element exchange and I've got item exchange as well installed. Now, why do I have both? Well, because if you look at this, you see that there's like no clay over here, whereas item exchange does have clay. So there's some slight differences between the two systems. So I just decided to have both. That way I could have pretty much everything covered that if I would need it, for whatever project is coming up, as a crafting item or whatever. So yeah, there's plenty of items here. And as you can see, I got tons of gas tiers. I don't really need the potions per se, although regeneration might be good to have, on you in case you need it. The pearls are good to have. I don't know of any other way of getting those. The gas tiers are good though for making the portal, not the what are they called? Those crystals, the end crystals, for for recalling the dragon, for doing the dragon fight. So, but I've got how many stacks of those? I've got a bunch of them. So yeah, I don't think that's going to be an issue. I mean, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 stacks of gas tiers. So that's not a real issue. But again, I can always get the items from here if I need to. The ender pearls, for example, are end element and water element. And those are pretty easy to get. I can go to the end and just mine out a bunch of end stone. Or over here, I think the pearls are over here as well. And there are 64 coins. So yeah, that's either way I can do it. So I got rid of advanced machinery, which means that I'll have to manually do the farming, which is fine. I don't really need anything terribly over there, but I took out the ore seeds because they didn't work with the advanced machinery. However, since I've gotten rid of advanced machinery, I went ahead and put the ore seeds back in to generate the ores, and I can just manually. I haven't changed this yet. I need to though. See, it irritates me. So I'm going to do ore seeds here, and I'm going to do the block version, not the single version, and I can just manually harvest those. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this up into, wheat on one side, carrots on the other, and then I'm going to set up a separate, an automatic melon farm because I'm going to need the pumpkins for one, for lighting. They're a good source of light. I could use the glowstone, but I want to use that for crafting if I, need it for a crafting element. And the pumpkins are cheap, and I can cover them up with the moss carpet, so that's not a big deal. Because I added the extreme crafting here. This guy right here. I added this extreme crafting. Do I have enough stuff to actually make that? I might. Well, not quite. Let's see. There's that. Going to use up all my diamonds here. This extreme crafting is really interesting. If you watch the... there we go. And I need a crafting table. If you watch of course, the link's in the description. Wait, I need 4 of those. I linked to the page on the Vatonage site, and there's a video there as well, so you can just watch the introduction video on it. But this thing is like, just like it says, basically. It's extreme crafting. So yeah, so you got all these like ultimate items. These are ultimate stuff. I think it's like, it never breaks. It has, all kinds of crazy stuff on it. So yeah, it's just it's just a lot of fun. I think it's the infinity ones that don't break. These never break. They offer absolute complete protection. It reminds me of the in Java you had the Project E, and if you got the red matter suit of armor, you basically could do anything, and you'd never be affected. It was absolute complete protection. That's kind of what this stuff reminds me of, which is fun. I love this kind of stuff. I love to do this crazy, in-game kind of stuff. So anyways, it takes these blocks, right? Everything takes these blocks, and these blocks, let me get over here, are made out of these crystals, and these crystals are made out of this crazy mess here. So it's a block of everything, basically. Block of coal, block of iron, and a chunk of netherite, which, so you're going to have to generate ancient debris, and you're going to have to do a lot of it. And see, I've got ancient debris. I've got, it does produce the little setup I have up here, and I'm talking about it's a little setup. The ancient debris, it generates ancient debris every once in a while, but I mean, look at this. I mean, you're going to need, just for one block, you're going to need 9 of the netherite ingots, and those ingots are 4 gold and 4 nether scraps. So yeah, I mean, we're talking huge amounts of stuff, which is, why it's an in-game kind of thing. And then, on top of that, you got to make the, for the ultimate stuff, you got to make the ultimate ingot, which includes a nether star. Now, the best way to get nether stars is really to do it out of the table here. But it requires a nether element and a I can't hardly say that word. A V element. And I looked up on the wiki, and those V elements are like way expensive. Way expensive. So yeah, I have to figure out that sort of thing. But again, this is in-game stuff. So this sort of thing is, you start it now. You start beefing up your production system now. You start beefing it up now, and 100 episodes down the road, you're going to get to the point where you're going to start to be able to make this stuff in a reasonable manner. I mean, obviously you could do this stuff isn't quite as bad. I mean, it's still bad. Let's face it, it's still bad, but it's not as bad. But when you get up here to the ultimate, that's where it really starts getting, because one of these ingots requires a block, which requires 9 of those, which requires all this stuff. So you can just do the math and see how much stuff you're going to need to produce. So that's going to be sort of a long-term project, and that is going to. I've already kind of got a plan for it, and what I'm going to do is look at all these guys. What I'm going to do is build us a not a full wall like I've got here, but just a too high type of wall, maybe a little bit of spider proofing on it, and going to do it all the way around the base, and then we're going to build massive production systems all the way around the base, and it's all going to dump into the refined storage. It'll all go into refined storage and our storage system here, and then we can start gathering up materials to start making some of this stuff, and kind of do it as we go along. So it should be a lot of fun, and believe me, I've already worked out a huge, massive production system. So yeah, it's going to be crazy, but that just building the production system is going to take a ton of resources. So. Yeah, so it's going to be fun. We definitely got a long-term project going on. And then I did a few changes here. I put this stuff on, just to kind of remind me of what's going on here. I added because I was getting a lot of this nether, the nether quartz. Getting a lot of the nether quartz when I was doing the soul sand production. I went ahead and went through and put it through the system. Now the reason that these are not in the system is they don't go into the refined storage. Won't accept those, so that's why I had the overflow running, and while I had the extra hopper there that everything was going into. So yeah, that's where this is. So what I'm going to use instead, and basically the reason I want to implement this is it's not going to give me the same materials. It has a different set of items, but the Nether Miner that's in basic machinery, the Nether Miner will give me ancient debris, and I'm going to need a bunch of ancient debris to make the netherite ingots. It takes four scrap. One ancient debris is one scrap, and it's going to take 4 scraps to make one ingot, plus 4 gold. I'm pretty sure that's what the recipe is. Yeah, 4 and 4. So yeah, one ancient debris makes 1 scrap after you smelt it. So yeah, I'm gonna need to ramp up the production on ancient debris, and we can do that with the Nether Miner. So what I'm gonna do is I'll do a basic one up here, just to use this line here, because there's other stuff. What is it? The Blackstone, I think. It generates Blackstone, but Blackstone doesn't go into the system either. So the Blackstone can go into there, because I've used the Blackstone quite a bit, as we'll see here in a minute. So that'll go in there. So I'll set that up, but that takes advanced power. So we're going to have to set up some I'm not sure I have enough room to actually do it. And I also need to ramp up the the diamond and the emerald production. My other production, actually, I'm getting a lot, but this is nothing. We're going to ramp that up way up here in upcoming episodes. But these guys need to do it. But I can do that with the heavy press. And the heavy press requires advanced power too. But if you run coal through the heavy press, you'll get emerald, and then if you run the emerald through the heavy press, you'll get the diamond. So I'll have to ramp up that production as well, but that'll be fairly straightforward. You can use hydrogen generators, although that's really complicated and very expensive. And honestly, the number of items I'm going to have to use, I don't really think hydrogen generation is really going to be worth it in the long run, just because of the amount of resources, how complicated it is, and the amount of resources you get. You generate a lot of power, but I'm not sure that in the long term it's actually used it from a cost-benefit ratio. If you look at the cost-benefit ratio of it, I'm not really sure it's really worth it. I think either using steam generation or maybe just even a series of solar panels, because solar panels are relatively cheap, and all the materials that I need to make the solar panels I get a ton of. So yes, they're slower than everything else, but see, I get a ton of these resources. Not so much on the copper, but I don't really use copper for anything, really that much. I mean, I don't get a huge amount of copper. But once we start ramping up production, I'm going to get tons of copper. But I get tons of this other stuff, tons of lapis. I mean, I get bukus, redstone. So, yeah, I mean, the solar panels are super cheap. So, yeah, the little mock-up that I set up for the full-scale production, or for the, really ramping up the production, I just use solar panels, and it worked just fine. But I may, like for the advanced power, I may set up steam engines, steam generation, because that's a fairly constant source. It generates good power, and it's fairly constant source, and it's self-contained. It's not complicated. It's cheap to make. So yeah, you know what? I'll probably do different things just to see what works best, and over a period of time, see what we're generating and how we're generating. Maybe hydrogen is the way to go in the long term. I don't know. We'll investigate it though. But anyways, all that's coming up. So yeah, big changes here. No more advanced machinery. So no more farming. No more soul sand. I really wasn't. I was using the mob farms or the mob spawners, but there's a alternative I can use for those in the advanced or the basic machinery extension, or whatever it's called. Anyways, there are some spawners that we can do. So yeah, that's not a big deal. Raw pork chop, got tons of that. Rotten flesh, so easy to do. I got millions of bones. Spider eyes, I probably got a few of those hanging around. Got all this stuff. Yeah, blaze rods is going to be another thing that isn't going to be generated without the soul sand. But again, I've got, let's see. Do I have, where's my blaze rods in here? I should have some. Well, I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see blaze rods. Huh. But I do have a supply of them. Not as many though. But yeah, I don't know that I really need. I got 27 there. But again, all I need to do is set up the Nether mob farm, and we'll get blaze rods. So that's not it. Oh, what are you doing here? How'd you get in here? So that's not an issue. I'll just set up the, oh, there's a spider eye right there. Does that go in this system? Yeah, it does. Yeah, we could just set up the nether spawner here, and that'll get us blazes, which we can kill for blaze rods. So not an issue. So yeah, I'll tell you, getting rid of advanced machinery helped us block lag tremendously. I mean, I couldn't even get it out of the nether. That's how bad it was. So I redid the Nether Portal. As you can see, I did this sort of little kind of, I don't know, keeping with the theme of my Nether builds here. Yeah, I thought it turned out okay. It's not great, but I like it. I like it. I like the little, I'm not going to, I decided I wasn't going to over detail these Nether builds, because I think they look better as minimalist builds. Just my opinion, but I think they look better that way. So there's the Nether Portal. Now check this out. I did work on the Nether Tower, and I'm really quite happy with the results. Again, I'm not a... Oh, hello, cow. You're in a dangerous spot. I'm not in a I'm not really a great builder. All these guys. I'm not really a great builder. And let me tell you something. Building this in this location here is, talk about gas tiers. I'll tell you, gas in this area, in this location, of course, we have piglins. But look at this. Look at this. I'm getting gas spawns. Gas will spawn here every few minutes. It'll spawn in this area here. Even with all this land and all of the mobs spawning here, I get a gas spawning every few minutes in this area here. It's constant. It's like clockwork. When I was building this thing here, I was getting bombarded with gas all the time. And even one spawned inside the tower before I got this has 3 floors to it, by the way. And it spawned inside the tower as I was working on it. It's like, yeah, I get constant gas spawns here. So I could actually set up a gas farm here. And the piglins, look at the piglins, man, they just spawn like crazy here too. And they're always after me because I'm not wearing gold. And they're just like constantly building this thing. I was constantly being harassed by all kinds of nether mobs. And as you can see, they were just, the gas were just blowing this thing up. I got to replace all of this. It's 1 thick in some areas here. So I'm going to replace all of this up to at least here with, with the blackstone or the basalt combination, because oh my goodness, it's just like I say, they're just constant bombardment here. But this is the portal level here. See, there's another gas. They're just constantly spawning here, even with all this stuff here. People say, hey, you need to have a big ocean, which we do. But then you got to cover up all the land, and so you don't get all these gas spawning stuff. Nope, not here. I get them spawning every few minutes, so I could set up a gas farm there and get all the tiers I wanted to get. So here's the bottom level. Instead of using the blue doors, I went ahead with the kind of purplish doors. I thought they looked better with the. Well, I haven't actually gone over there. We're going to go on an adventure, probably next episode, and take a look at that up there and grab some of that stuff over there. But yeah, I just like the look of that. I thought it looked good. So, and I'm using the nether brick. I'm not 100% happy with it, but I thought it turned out okay. For me, I'm not a builder, so I thought it turned out all right. I want to add some of the little more detailing to this. What's it called? The ones with the faces on it. The blocks with the little faces on it. I forget what they're called. Add in some of that stuff. But this is the first floor of basically where the portal is. There's really not a room here. I should have made it a little bit bigger. But considering this is just where you enter into it, it doesn't really matter that much. It's a little claustrophobic. I would like it to be just a little bit bigger. I evened out the portal so that it's the same. The same. I don't know if it's the same this way. I didn't really add it up as this way. I think it is. Yeah, that's good. So I just made it, evened it up here just because it was a little off and it was kind of bugging me a little bit. So I fixed that. And this is the second floor, and I just decorated it as a sort of a little workshop kind of, if you think of this as a wizard's tower, this would be the wizard's workshop. So little enchanting table that's pretty much useless because I don't have the set. But this is actually useful. I can actually use this. So if I want to make some potions, I need to bring over a few more items. But yeah, I can actually make the potions. I got the cauldron here with the water in it. So yeah, I'm all set to actually make potions. So if I want to make a regeneration potion and take with us, we definitely can do that. And then here, this is the top level here, and this is sort of the look at the scenery level or the observation level. Yeah, where I can just kind of look at the scenery here. since I got rid of the nether fog, it really looks just gorgeous. I love it. I love the look of this without the nether fog. Now, I did reduce my render distance down to 40 because I was up at 70, and I was getting a little bit of lag from it. Look at all those piglins down there. They actually spawn up here too, by the way, which is kind of annoying, but not much I can do about it. I could slab it, but I don't want to. I like the look of it, so I'm going to leave it. Yeah, so I was still getting a little bit of lag, so I reduced my render distance down to 40, which is fine. I mean, that's plenty enough room, especially on the flat world, and yeah, it just looks so pretty. The nether really looks nice if you get rid of the fog. I don't know what the deal with the fog is. It's supposed to look gloomy and scary, I guess, but, I like it. I prefer it much better without the fog. I really do. I just think it's just absolutely gorgeous without the fog. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you guys, that's basically it. Yeah, I got a lot of... Let's see if I can go back here. Every once in a while, I'll get a crash. I'm not sure why that is happening. Just every once in a while, it'll crash on me when I come back from the nether. Not sure what's causing that. But yeah, some big changes on the flat world. I say big changes. It really wasn't that big of a change. Getting rid of advanced machinery wasn't that big of an issue, honestly. I lost the soul sand production. I lost the farming, but again, that's not that big of a... Oh, this is the ore seeds, by the way. I went ahead and put that back in there so I could start farming that stuff up as well. It's nice because it's got books, and which are really handy for this. And I'm still trying to get some decent enchants through here, but I'll tell you, my luck is just horrible. I did a rare book. Now get this. I did a rare book, and I got punched 3. And a rare book, where is it? A rare tome is that, and that's expensive, It's an uncommon and a common, and then you do the rare. That's not cheap, and I got a punch 3. That's terrible. That is absolutely terrible. Oh my goodness. But anyways, I keep trying. The XP is free, so no big deal. All right, guys. Well, I'll tell you what. Next episode, we're going to do a little adventure. We're going to go over there and check out that warp forest, get some of that stuff because I don't have any of that stuff. Maybe go over there and grab some basalt or whatever we find. We need to look for a fortress just because I want to find a fortress. Not that I need it, but I just would like to find it. So yeah. And then we'll probably that'll be next episode. And then the episode after that, I think what I'll do is I'm going to set up the Nether Miner and get that going, just to get some ancient debris coming in and get some of the other stuff coming in. Probably set that up, and I'll just do one production line up here, which of course isn't going to really be what we need it for the extreme crafting, but I'll go ahead and set it up here anyways, just to get some of those nether items coming in on a steady basis while we ramp up the other system. And then we'll have to dedicate one section of the loop, I'm going to call it the loop around the base. We'll set up one section of that for beefing up for doing ancient debris and doing the diamond and emerald setup. Yeah, getting all that going. So, yeah, so still a ton of stuff to do. Got lots of stuff on the flat world. This is definitely going to be a long-term series on it. So, yeah, I hope you're enjoying it. And it's been interesting. It's a lot of fun to play on. I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying this working on the flat world more than I am any other series. I'm kind of on the fence on Space Factory right now. It's okay, but honestly, I'm not really enjoying that as much as I am the Skybound, and I'm enjoying Skybound too, by the way. Really liking that series. I don't know. I'm not going to stop doing Space Factory, but I may not actually do as many episodes on it as the other two because I'm not enjoying it as much. I don't know why. I like the concept's really good, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's another Skyblock type thing, but I don't know, for some reason I'm just not feeling it as much as the modded Flat World or Skybound. Of course, Skybound's going to be a limited series because basically going to get it, it's got an endpoint to it. It's not one of those long-term things. So I don't know, maybe after I get through Skybound, if I don't do something else, I may concentrate more on Space Factory. I'm not sure. We'll see. But Space Factory is going to be kind of low on the list, at least at this point, while I'm working on some of this other stuff. The modded Flat World is my number one series, obviously, and I enjoy playing on it the most out of all of them, just because it's, I just enjoy it. I'm not exactly sure why. I've always liked the Flat World experience. Oh, look at that guy. This is not good. They shouldn't be spawning in here. So I got dark areas. This is one of those calamity monsters. They're no joke, those guys. So I've got some dark spots here somewhere. I need to investigate that. But a little excitement though. Yeah, you don't want it too boring. I don't know if you've ever watched anything of from a YouTuber called Zisto. He's one I don't watch the big YouTubers other than the only two I watch are Zisto and Etho. Those are the two only the two big Minecraft YouTubers I watch. And Zisto doesn't do much Minecraft anymore. He kind of does other stuff. But Zisto always said that if your base wasn't trying to kill you, you weren't doing it right. I always loved that. Yeah, his bases were always, in Minecraft, his bases were always more than slightly dangerous. Yeah, he said if the base isn't trying to kill you, you're not doing something right. I always loved that. I thought that was a great line. Yeah, you should check those guys out. Etho doesn't do much. Doesn't too many vids anymore. Believe it or not, he's got over 1 million subs, maybe 2 million at this point. And he still does it as a hobby. I mean, he said that. He said that recently even. He said, yeah, I'm just doing this as a hobby. So he's got over maybe 2 million subs now, and he's doing it as a hobby. Just amazing. Of course, I'm sure he does it full time. He does YouTube full time. But, he's one of those guys, I think, that was smart with his money and was able to, unlike some people, I think he's very smart with his money and smart about the decisions he makes. So he probably doesn't even have to. He doesn't have to do YouTube that much anymore, I'm sure, because he's probably got investments and other stuff going on. And the same with Zisto. Zisto doesn't produce a lot of YouTube videos anymore. He does do live stream quite a bit, but he doesn't do the videos anymore. And probably because he doesn't have to. But he's up there. He's got, 1 million plus subs, I think, himself. But anyway, those are two guys I watch and really enjoy it. And they go way back in Minecraft. Those are, they go back as Etho goes back farther than I did. I started with Minecraft in 1.2.5 Java edition. Etho goes all the way back to beta. I mean, he's one of the very first guys to actually do it. And go back and watch his early videos. Of course, the guy's a redstone genius, like Mumbo Jumbo, on the same level as Mumbo Jumbo, big redstone guys. And it's just amazing, the things that Etho has done in vanilla Minecraft, and Mumbo Jumbo too. But, I just enjoy Etho. I really don't watch Hermitcraft anymore. And there's reasons for that, but I'm not going to get into them right now. But but Zisto, Etho and Zisto used to be on the old Minecraft server back in the day, and I used to watch all the guys on the Minecraft server. I think that's defunct now, and I think Hermitcraft is kind of the big server for that. But anyways, I don't watch any of those guys. It's just Zisto and Etho now. They don't do much Minecraft anymore. I'm not sure why I got off on that tangent, but anyways, so listen, I'm going to stop rambling. So it's some changes. I don't think they're really that significant, honestly, when you look at the big picture. Not really that significant. So, but anyways, we've got a lot of stuff going on. So a lot of stuff in the future. So this series is going to be around for quite a while yet. So I mean, there's a lot of things I want to do. Like I've got the lucky blocks in here. We need to take an episode and just do lucky blocks. That's going to be fun because it's always crazy. It's always dangerous. I always end up dying. You never know what you're going to get with lucky blocks. That's always a fun thing. So we're going to do lucky blocks and, there's just all kinds of stuff. Obviously, the big production system, we'll do a little bit of that at a time as we go along. So, yeah, we'll do some extreme crafting, get some of this stuff going on. So, yeah, we've got a lot yet to do on the flat world, which is fun because I'm really enjoying it. So, anyways, I appreciate the support. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye now. Hello, everybody, and welcome.